Hello, it's me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. We are doing an oracle reading, and it's going to be about love. And we are going to talk about love coming your way. What is coming your way? Who are they? How will they show up? What do you need to know to align with them? Him or her, or even to them, okay? If you like this, then let's continue. I love you. All right, you guys, let's get started. On this spread, I have the current energy, what's blocking you, who or what is entering, how will they show up, divine timing, and advice for you. We are using this oracle deck, which I love. I forgot the name of it. I'll put it down below. And we have cards falling out. So we have the love coming your way. We have unconscious. The current energy right now is unconscious games. This is where you are right now. It looks like someone's in denial. You're not really paying attention to what the truth is. This is the energy right now, okay? Unconsciously is deep down. You have a lot of things you need to work out. It's almost like maybe you need to go to therapy to figure out what, also even too, it could be coming in your dreams, but it's a game. You're not being serious, and it's very unconscious. You don't realize that you keep playing the same game. This is the current energy right now, okay? So what's blocking you? What are the challenges or wounds or patterns that you need to release in order for this love energy, who you want to attract in your life, to come your way? You are being negative. You don't see that there's hope on the horizon, and maybe this is an unconscious energy that you have, that you're constantly being negative and you're not changing that pattern. There's hope on the horizon. Anytime. We are the authors of our life, right? We can write our own life. So if I decide to wake up every morning and be negative and only have negative thoughts, then only negativity is going to come my way. If I decide to write the negative energy, it will come to light. You have to start changing that energy and think positive. Look at Be positive, okay? Think glitter and shine and love, and show the light within, and you start to attract that inner energy. So that is blocking you. You are not being optimistic. You're being very negative. You're like one of those people that say, the people online are just horrible, or the people out there, have you been out there being single? It is the worst, okay? So block that negative energy, flip it and change it, okay? Who or what is going to enter? The type of love or person coming towards you after you work on this energy. It's going to be love is in the air. Okay, so once you start to be aware of the unconscious game, once you start to see that hope is on the horizon, then love is in the air. Oh my gosh, like who doesn't want this card in a love reading, okay? This person is going to be very much in simpatico with you. They want to be in love like you want to be in love, okay? This person is coming towards you and they're like, I am like Valentine's Day on steroids, okay? They're all about relationships and companionship, all about love, okay? How will they show up? What are their actions or approach? What would it look like? How would you know it's them? Oh, they seem disconnected. They're very dark. They're very goth kind of energy. They seem like when they come to you, it seems like they're busy, or they're or like this isn't going to work out, or like a person who's who's kind of antisocial. That's how they come off. That is like the rising sign. This is the illusion, but this is not really who they are, because this is who they really are. But they're going to come to you maybe when you're disconnected, maybe when you're not looking, also too, or maybe when you are focusing on loving yourself and not focusing on this. I got to get a man. I got to get a woman. I got to get the partnership. You know, once you get out of that arena and you disconnect to that energy, then they will show up. But this is how they will show up, through their actions. They're going to look like they're not available. They're going to, or maybe it's going to happen when you're not available. But this is when it will show up, okay? Divine timing. When, under what circumstances does this love appear? When you release what no longer works for you, okay? Start to release the baggage. Let go of the baggage. This ship has sailed. When this happens, they're going to come into your life, okay? If you need therapy, get therapy. If you can't afford therapy, there is plenty of things you can do with self-help books. You can go to the library, learn to improve yourself. There's so many YouTubes, there's so many podcasts. Start to love yourself, start to appreciate yourself, start to release the baggage, the unconscious games, the negative energy. And a person is definitely out there. Start to disconnect from the negative past, okay? Advice that I have for you, how to prepare for this attraction that's coming your way. You need to go through the darkness. Look at this, thumbs down. You need to go to the darkness in order to see the light. This is someone who is doing the work. They are not scared of crying. They're not scared to open a dirty closet. They're not scared to be emotional. They're not scared to do the cleanse in order to have the cleanliness, in order to have the light. Okay, so you have to go through the dark tunnel in order to see the light. You have to go to therapy. You got to work on yourself. You got to do the work. You have to be emotional. You have to really discuss the real truths, because there's a lot of unconscious games that you're playing and you're not really seeking the depth. You're just doing stuff that's very surface level, like you're having first dates and not having second dates, or you're with someone and you're meeting them and you realize you're not compatible because you're really not facing the truth of who you really are, or really not doing the work. Okay. We also have some extra cards here that I want to pull out. Once you start to create and process things, once you start to create, then you will start to progress. Okay. Whenever I'm creating, this is someone who is doing something different, thinking outside the box. Also, when you start to nurture yourself and be creative and start working on your hobbies, you start to love yourself. You even start to form a meditation anytime you do art or being creative or working with your hobbies. You're starting to enjoy yourself, even having fun with that. Also, it starts to put you in a meditative state. Whenever I do art, it puts me in a meditative state, and then there's some progress, and then lastly, things will come crystal clear when you start entering that process. When you start being creative, thinking outside the box, doing things differently. If you are in a love relationship and it's not working, there is a pattern that you are constantly doing, a cycle that you're constantly doing, and it's not working, so it needs to be changed. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this Oracle love reading. Yeah. And if you guys want more, I have love spreads on my paywall in my group. Also too, I'm pretty sure I did twin flames, and I might even do actually an oracle reading on twin flame reading, or maybe what's the other one? Soulmates. I couldn't think of that word. I'll do that in connection to this, how to find your soulmate, how to keep your soulmate. Yeah, I'll do that in connection to this. All right. Yeah, but that is in my exclusive group. But I have so many love readings and so many readings in my exclusive group. So go ahead. If you guys want more and it's more detailed, it's longer, then you shall receive. All right. The link is in the bio. I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye bye.